Ooh, look at them gains. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. Once again, today we're going to be talking about Wwe 2K17. Now, the last time we talked about 2K17, I was talking about 5 things that I think need to return in Wwe 2K17. Features, functions, whatever. Today, however, I'm calling this more of a general wish list. You know, so not necessarily bringing things back, but putting things in that might not have ever been there. So I narrowed it down to about 5 things that I want to see in 2K17, just my opinion, just things that I personally would like to see in the game. Let's start it off. Number 5, these are in no particular order, so it doesn't really matter what number it is. 3 words, Diva career mode. It's gotta happen. This past year has been a big year for women in wrestling. The Divas Revolution, that whole thing. A lot of very talented female wrestlers coming up onto the main roster, showing what they're capable of, getting more time in the ring, getting to showcase what they love to do and what they're passionate about. And that's a very strong message to young women around the world. And guess what? Boys and dudes and guys and men aren't the only ones that play video games. Shocking. So I think it'd be really a good idea to, I don't want to say capitalize off of it, but if nothing else, it adds another layer to the game, another element that people can enjoy. And again, because of how important this last year has been to women in wrestling, I think a Divas career mode, even if it's, you know, I understand developmental cycles and timelines and deadlines and all that kind of stuff. So even if it's not a full-fledged career mode, I think it's important to include something for female wrestling fans that they can kind of feel like they're part of the game and they're making these decisions and they're fighting in these matches with their created female character. I think it'd be a great addition to the series. So that's gonna top off my list right there. Number 4, free roaming. I don't know where. I don't know why, but that could be cool. You know, maybe in career mode this year, one of your personality aspects is how you get along with people in the locker room. So you can walk around the locker room, you can talk shit to people, or you can be nice to people. You can go into Vince's office, you can go into Stephanie's office, you can go into Triple H's office. You can start a fight with somebody backstage and that will affect your personality. You can, you know, just do all this crazy stuff and just walking around like the good old days, like the good old SmackDown versus Raw days. I know it's a stretch, I know it's not, you know, probably the top of their priority list, but it'd be cool to see back in a current WWE game. Free updates. Oh my God, did he just say the F word? Yes, he did. Free updates. DLC is fine. You could charge for DLC, character packs, move sets, whatever. That's all fine and dandy. But, and I said this in 2K16, with how often superstars and just the product in general change throughout the course of a year. Look at what someone was wearing, you know, at WrestleMania. They might not be wearing the same thing right now. That was just a couple months ago. How many different paint variations has Finn Balor had at the pay-per-views over the course of the last 8 to 10 months? How many different goddamn color schemes has John Cena had? The product is constantly growing and adapting and evolving, and I think it's important for the game that represents the company to be able to do those same things. Also, to kind of piggyback off of that, this is something else I talked about prior to 2K16 coming out. There should be some way to implement what's going on in real WWE. Even if it's just like on the main menu, a box with results from, you know, Raw or SmackDown or breaking news related, like all the major sports games have that. NBA 2K, Madden, FIFA, they all implement what's going on in their real life counterparts. And that's just another way for the game to stay fresh. If you boot up the game and every time you see something different, whether it's a different story or a different picture or breaking news or results from the night before, like it's, even though it's not necessarily new, fresh content, it feels fresh because you're not looking at the same damn screen or the same damn thing every time you boot the game up. It's almost like the illusion of content without having to put in content. Because I think we all know by this point that the WWE gaming realm right now is focused on realism, you know, simulation. How close can we get this to look like the real product, which is cool. I feel like And obviously I'm not there internally. I don't know exactly how much focus they put on, you know, I don't want to make assumptions, but it seems like a lot more time and dedication and focus goes towards the NBA games, which is fine. They sell more, they're probably more popular, like that's cool. But if you take some of those aspects and some of that dedication and just add it a little more, like really zone in on the WWE games a little more, and they're starting to do that. Like we are starting to see a lot of great new things. Like 2K15 and 2K16 are two completely different games. A lot of people, including myself, were not very happy with 2K15. 2K16 fixed a lot of those problems, but of course, no game is perfect. So if they continue to build on that foundation and, you know, focus a little more on content, you know, the content of the game, updates for the game, keeping the game fresh, keeping the game accurate, and most of all, keeping the game fun and functional, I think we'll be all right. Number 2. I've said it 100 times, I'm gonna say it again. Highlight reel, theater mode, story creator, whatever the hell you wanna call it. As deep as you wanna make it, or as shallow as you wanna make it. Let me control a damn camera. Let me replay moments from a match. Let me like rewind and fast forward and slow down and speed up. Just give me something. Some of the most popular games in the world, Call of Duty, NBA, Madden, FIFA, they all have instant replay abilities or you know, game saving capabilities that let you go back and watch what you just did or replay what you just did or add camera angles. Grand Theft Auto added that in with the director mode or whatever it was. And WWE, a game that would like benefit so much from that feature, and it hasn't been there in years. I can't even tell you how much I would use that damn thing. It is not even funny. No jokes, no humor, blank face, moving on. One is the loneliest number. If this was a ranking, this wouldn't be number 1, but it's number 1 for the video, so whatever, shut up. Silly, stupid, dumbass unlockables. Big head mode. Up, left, right, down, down, Y, A, XX, circle would unlock Shaq. And that's like the only way you can unlock them. Super speed mode. Giant jump mode. Tiny head mode, big feet mode, unlimited finisher mode. You see what I'm getting at? Just like weird, extra fun shit that the wrestling games were built on for so long. What game was that you can unlock like Fred Durst? Who's gonna play as Fred Durst? But that's not the point, you could unlock them and it's fun. You know, these cheats and these extra little features, because here's what it does. Here's what it does. I'm joking around, whatever, but I will be dead serious and tell you exactly why I think these should be in there. These, like I said before, simulation is the key. You know, realism. You know, staying true to what we see on television, and that's fine. That's the direction you want to go in. So you can't really have it both ways, right? Like you can't have a simulated game but then have a backstage brawl where you can climb up on top of the roof and jump down and smash somebody through a window and run them over with a car. They don't go together. But if you have cheats, if you have unlockables, if you have these extra, almost Easter eggy bonus features that aren't part of the game, but they add to the game. Here's the most realistic WWE game that you have ever seen to date, but if you feel like having some shits and giggles and you want to laugh with your friends a little bit, press BAXY, up, up, down, left, right, Sega. I don't think that's a button combination. And now all of a sudden the wrestlers have giant heads and tiny feet and it looks hilarious and you're having a shit ton of fun. That's the kind of stuff that I remember the most fondly from playing those old wrestling games. You know, driving around on motorcycles, doing running on a damn treadmill to get a finisher. That is the most asinine sounding shit ever, but it worked and it was fun and we all remember it. Side note, Here Comes the Pain remaster. Jesus Christ, why has no one made that yet? Anyway, to sum up this meaningless rant I just went on. Fun. I want to have fun with the wrestling games. Fun like there used to be. You know, accuracy and realism and simulation is cool and it's fine. And it works to an extent. But realism, I don't think, doesn't keep a player coming back. I'm not gonna replay Uncharted 4 because of how realistic it looked. And don't get me wrong, it looked realistic as shit. That game is phenomenal, looking, everything. It's the gameplay. It's how much fun you have playing it that's gonna bring you back time and time again. You're not gonna say, oh man, these camera angles look exactly like WWE's, so that's why I wanna keep playing this. It's not how it works. So, that's it. Just my thoughts, just my opinions, just my wish list for 2K17. Let me know what you guys wanna see down in the comment section below. Be specific, let me know. Even if it's asinine, even if it makes no damn sense, let me know. I wanna see some of your thoughts and opinions, and if you agree with me or don't agree with me, I appreciate you stopping by anyway. Hit that thumbs up button as hard as you possibly can before you go. I'll have more 2K17 stuff coming up in the future, so if you want to stay up on what's going on with the game, make sure you subscribe right now. Don't miss any videos, don't miss a second of the coverage, plus a lot of other awesome stuff on this channel. Feel free to go peruse through all of it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you soon.